So let's talk about switches, and then we're going to do a full Q&A with everybody. So we do offer switches. So our switches are SD-WAN switches. They have some intelligence in them. Yes, you can completely access the switch down to the port through our SD-WAN controller over the internet. Did you know that? You can also have monitoring for all the switches down to the port and the traffic per port. And you can have centralized reporting that you can define in the cloud and report back to management and your IT teams, and for your customers to know exactly what's going on in their network. So let's look at the family. We have an 8-port switch, DC input, AC adapter included. The power outage is right there. 16-port, this is brand new. I'm going to talk about this a little bit more. Then we have 24, and then we have 48. So 8, 16, 24, 48. I'm going to talk about, these are all standard switches with SD-WAN intelligence. I'm going to talk about the 16-port because it's interesting, because it's right here, LAN bypass. So under our 16-port, we created a new version called Rugged. So we have standard switches, and we have a Rugged series of switches. The Rugged series are completely silent. They're using a heat sink solution to cool it down. The previous switches all have fans. But the most interesting point is right here, right in front of you, the LAN bypass. Okay, 16-port, LAN bypass right there. So what is LAN bypass? Okay, so these are all the benefits. It does have PoE output. You can click here for more details. LAN bypass allows you to connect daisy chain from one switch to the other. And then if the network goes down, if the power goes out on that switch, there is just enough power from the LAN cable to push all the networks through. So let's look at the Rugged family. This is the Rugged family. We do have an 8, 16, and 24-port Rugged without fans. And it's right here, 8, 8, 24. So only 8 are PoE, 8 are PoE, 24. The rest of it is a 8-port switch. We do have SFP, so you can do a cascading down to another switch if you want, down here. If you need 10 gigabits of intranet output, then you want to look at the 24-port. These are all limited to 1 gig, but LAN bypass is right here. What would be good use for LAN bypass? I'm glad you asked. How about this? What if you're deploying a solution where you have different buildings, different offices, or different virtual offices that you need to connect, and you cannot allow the network to go down, ever? In this solution, which is a real solution that we deploy with one of our partners, so we have a HD4. This is a quad LTE solution we'll talk about in the next session. This is for mobile. We have a router with 4 WAN at the head. We have a network that's pulled down in every car. So we have CCTV and we have consumer Wi-Fi per car. So imagine this in a train, imagine it in a multi-car bus, imagine this in your office, or a different, imagine 2-story office, but you have one network and you just want to drop a single clean cable without a bunch of gear and a fat cable bounded down to the floor. You could pull a single cable down and give connectivity to somebody else, and you keep going. If this device goes down, the CCTV will go down because of the power. The internet connection between this and this will still be passed through, and all the subsequent trains, subsequent cars, subsequent offices will still have their internet up.